What is up, everybody? Welcome back to RC's Gateway to Comics. Today we are going to be continuing our steps in creating a story. Now, the previous video was the step of naming the characters, and that provides us a good jumping off point for creating the character descriptions. Now, the character descriptions are vitally important because you do not want to have your characters being extremely inconsistent throughout your book. And if you don't have these descriptions written down, then you could very well end up with a character who has blue eyes in one scene and blonde hair at that point that's maybe like long flowing locks and sort of like looking like Thor, to going to a brown-haired, brown-eyed guy with a mohawk by the end of the book, because you forgot how the character was described. So, having all this stuff written down is important, and I'm here to tell you what I think you should be writing down. Now, as I have already laid out in my little example there, you probably want to have the physical descriptions written down first, because that's what you're going to notice first. What I like to start with, obviously the name, and then go into what their age is, what their eye color is, what their hair color and style is, and that would be, if I was to write this out, maybe on like the first line. And after that point, I would go in and I would sort of delve into sort of a longer description of the character's personality. This can also include stuff from their past that may have not been readily available to the reader, but is still important to creating the character. So, if I was, say, like right now, if I was going to go back and look at the character description of Captain Riggs from my story, A Red Skies Upon Us, and the Red Sky series in general, then I would have all of this stuff written down and be able to look at that if I needed to go back and see, okay, what color eyes does Riggs have? Okay, he has this color. And how tall is he? How is he going to stand relative to his crew? Is he taller than anybody? Is anybody else taller than him? All of that stuff does stand out in a book. You don't want to have a point where a character is super short in one scene and then he's whacking his head off of a doorway in another, because that sort of stuff sticks out to an audience, and you do not want them to be questioning your design skills. Now, whenever it comes to sort of like the more menial things about character descriptions, then you can also include small stuff like maybe like what speech quirks do they have? Where do they have any scars on them? What's their birth date? That sort of stuff is not necessarily needed, but it is beneficial to have. I have the like physical like deformities written down on the character descriptions for the Red Sky series. I do not have their birth dates, but I do have their ages, because whenever it comes to these characters, the birth dates are not really that important to them. So, there is other stuff that you can add, and the more detail that you can put into it, the more that you're going to remember. But I would caution you to not go too far into it. The first couple things that I mentioned is pretty much all that you would really need. All the other stuff would just be frosting on the cake. good to know, but it's not completely vital. So, what is some stuff that you guys would want to include in your character descriptions? Is my method something that you would do, or would you want to add some more stuff? Let me know down in the comments, and if this was helpful to you and you enjoyed it, please also leave a like and subscribe so we can continue to keep bringing these lessons out to more creative people like you. Also, if you would, please check out my book series, the Red Sky series, and yeah, check it out on Amazon and Kindle. If you like pirate stories and magic and romance, then these are definitely for you. So, thank you guys all for watching, and I will see all of you in the next video. Peace out.